Hey, today is going to be a different live stream, and I'm gonna have to, give you a heads up here because what's gonna happen is we're gonna do a pretty long live stream here because what I like to do is to kind of give you a sense of how I am going to build my setup here in terms of the live stream setup that I have finally hacked together. And so this is going to be a long video. So when you're watching this as a replay, you could fast forward to it. I am going to just walk you through in terms of some of the things that I am actually putting together. And this is just one part of this whole series of live stream setup. So, if you want to know how to build your own live stream setup, then definitely this is a video you want to watch. So as I say today, I think the audio today might not be as good, and there are a few things here, but I just want to let you see the mess that is here in this household. Yeah, so that's what we are looking at, and essentially what this comes down to is this whole thing about I want a setup, right? I want a setup that it's not fixed. You know what I'm saying? I wanted something that it's mobile. I wanted something that kind of gives me the ability to go from one place to another, because sometimes being in that same place all the time isn't going to be really very exciting. After a while it gets kind of boring, and so I want to change it up a little bit. I want to be able to do something different, and so this is where I have come to, right? And so just to kind of let you know, in case you're wondering, right now I am live streaming via the Blackmagic A10 Mini, right? And with this itself, I'm able to hook up a few things. I'm able to hook up my iPad, which is now playing the music in the background. And of course, I on my MacBook Pro, I am able to control the A10 software, so that kind of gives me an idea of how things are going, right? So if anything you want to know or any questions you have, feel free to ask, and I will be more than glad to share with you. And of course, here I've got a second screen. Right, and so on this second screen itself, this is my really, really old Apple Cinema display. And of course, I've got light there. And over here, I got my boom mic, right? And so this is kind of the setup at this point in time. Now, the thing is that, like I said, it's great to have a setup fixed, because every time you come here, you just fire everything up and you are ready to go. But what I was thinking was that, what if there's so many beautiful corners around my home. And so I want to be able to showcase, and I want to be able to use different corners for different mood. And sometimes, I may want to do a more tutorial kind of a live stream. So perhaps sitting here might be the most appropriate, because I'm able to have access to all my devices, my computers, and and all the software is here. But if I just want to do like a more, perhaps more of a, talking head kind of a video, then perhaps, sitting in this corner here might not be so appropriate. So I might want to switch it up to something else, right? I might want to show some of the places, for example. And then, of course, I at some point in time, if I'm doing more like a training kind of a live stream, then perhaps what I like to do is that I may want to give people a sense of what they're saying in terms of the lighting, in terms of the chart, in terms of the slides, and so I might want to use my TV as a backdrop. So, but now that if everything is fixed here in terms of this what do you call that? This desk itself, then the problem is that I'm then not able to move it around as I want to, and so it kind of limits the whole setup itself. So what I really want to do was that I wanted to create like a mobile station, a mobile thing that I am able to kind of move from one place to another, and so I've looked at all the various possibilities, and really came down to this, right? Came down to, what if I'm able to put everything on a stand, and with that stand itself, I'm then able to move everything around and have everything fixed on the stand. And I think that would be a great way to do it, because I could just move the entire stand where everything is all fixed up. I can move the entire stand and just go to the place that I want to do the live stream or shoot my videos. I do not have to be confined to a place like this. And so that's one of my criteria. The second criteria that I had was that I didn't want to spend too much money on this, because I do not want to spend money unnecessarily, and so the whole idea is then how do I put all this thing together, right? How do I put everything together in such a way that it makes sense, and yet it is sturdy enough, and yet it is it's of a good quality but not too expensive. And so I looked around the various places, and I finally came to seeing this whole thing. So what I have in mind was to buy a TV stand. And with that TV stand itself, what I'm going to do is I am then going to fix everything: my camera, my microphone, the lighting, and maybe, just maybe, I've not decided, maybe a big screen whereby I could see myself in the screen, and I could have the camera on me, and could have the lighting as well as the mic, and everything is within reach, and yet everything is mobile, and I think that will be pretty kick-ass, right? So that's what I have come up with. So today is going to be item number one, because it just arrived here today, and so I'm going to share with you. I'm just going to fix it up, and you're going to watch me fix it up. All right. So if that's not something that you want to watch, no worries. No hard feelings. Just come back the next video, and you can see the regular stuff, right? But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the audio for the time being. I'm just going to be fixing the thing. You're just going to watch me fix it, and then I will see how it goes. So if you got questions, leave it in the comment. I'll be more than happy to answer those questions. If not, let's get going. Well, make sure you put one of those washer in, because it's going to help to ensure that you know, you're able to fit it in and it holds well. So this is something that's really crucial. The packaging, in terms of the screws and numbering, was a little screwed up, but in any case, you know, I gotta figure out. Well, I mean, it's not too tough to do this. It can be quite not so interesting to do it alone. So I'm glad I have you here. And hey, leave me a comment, right? I mean, tell me what you think. Have you ever ever wanted to create your own YouTube setup or a live stream setup, that's something that you definitely could look into, and how you could really set it up and want to have the best configuration ever, right? I've never been much of a DIY guy, because it's like I would rather not have to wreck my brain in terms of how I want the setup to be. But if I can just get something that is off the rack, I will do that, right? This one is really different because, off the rack, the market, there just isn't something like this. And I wanted something to really suit my needs. And so here I am. Well, I could have paid the guy $50 to fix this up for me. But I chose to fix it myself because I wanted you to watch it, right? So hang on with me. Well, in case you joined the stream late and you're wondering what's going on, I am showing you the behind the scenes of how I put together a badass setup for video streaming. And so to kind of give you the context itself, what I wanted to do was, it's great to have a setup that's something that you could just come in here and just do it. But what I also like is the ability to have a setup whereby I could move from one place in the room to another. And so everything is like bolted down to then obviously that's not going to happen because I can't possibly be moving the camera every time I want to shoot. It's just going to be too much trouble, and the workflow itself is just going to be too much for me. And so the whole idea behind this is, what if I could have like a mobile, and how do I get this thing in? Yeah, so what if I can have a mobile stand, which I could move from place to place, and to be able to use it, as and when I want to. So I could go from one corner of the house to another corner of the house, and I'm able to do that. Right, and so this was the solution I came up with. Now, honestly, I do not know how long this is going to take, but you're welcome to stay here and watch with me as I fix this up. And of course, if you got questions, leave it in the comment, right? And so what I'm doing right now is I'm fixing the base here, and just one more leg, and we're done with this. So as you can see right now, what I've done is fix up the stand. Well, the two posts. And so, you know what's going to happen is, next I'm going to be putting in the tray. And that tray is going to be allowing me to put the computer or even the ATM mini, right? So that's kind of behind that. So let's get to that. magician, right? We're almost there, right? So next I just need to put up the frame so that we can mount the monitor. Like I said, I have not decided whether I'm going to mount the monitor here. But there is a high possibility. What do you think? Should I be mounting a monitor so that I got a second monitor here? We're almost done. We're almost done. It's quite something, isn't it? And there you have it. Oh man, what did I do? So there you have it. And of course, the next part here is to be able to fix the arms and a few things onto this, and then we're done. There was just one mistake I made, and that's that screw there. I'm gonna try and figure out to how to take it out. But in any case, I hope this has been useful for you. Hope it has been inspiring to you as well. Let me know what questions you have with regards to this setup itself. But this is just part one, right? And it took me about an hour or so to do this, but I had fun. I hope you do too. And see you guys on the next one.